Alright, let's go.
Alright, let's take a look at our weather forecast today.
Today's forecast, a lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just the perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hi everybody! So today's video is going to be a little bit different from my usual content. I am going to be showing you the special effects makeup of the lion that I did for my local high school. Now I have been working at this craft for 2 or 3 years now, and I think that I've gotten pretty good at it. So I'm going to do it on myself today for the first time. So we will see how this goes. And I'm going to take you through the entire process and just kind of show you what products I use and everything like that. So let's go. So first I'm going to start with taking off my makeup. These makeup cleansing wipes are by Makeup Remover Amir. I love these. They are definitely my go-to makeup wipes. I got them off of Amazon, and we're gonna push this headband all the way up. I know it makes me look like I have a huge forehead, but that's fine. Okay, the next step to the lion makeup is my Dr. Jart Sea Pear. And we are legitimately gonna put this all over. With the lion makeup, we don't want any redness showing. So this needs to go everywhere. And we are just gonna blend all of this in using our hands. So I did special effects makeup for my local high school when they did the Wizard of Oz. And the first time that I actually did this makeup, it took me about 2 hours just to get to know the person that I was working on and if they were allergic to anything, because as I do makeup on lots of different skin types, textures, everything, I like to have test runs, and they can be lengthy just so that I know that they're not going to break out show night. The next thing that I'm going to do, which is a little bit different from other special effects makeup artists, is I'm going to glue my eyebrows down. But lots of people do that, but I'm using a different glue. I'm using the Ben Nye prosthetic adhesive because I find that it peels less than Elmer's glue. Once you have fully coated your eyebrow, you're going to take some sort of a brush and you are going to drag them upwards. I like to use this, and I like to use this little edge brush as well. And I also like to push with my finger as well. And we're gonna do this many times. One thing that I like to test before I do special effects makeup on anybody is asking them if they have any allergies, as well as if they know that they are allergic to anything. That is always usually my #1 priority. I usually also like to do test runs weeks in advance in case I do have to order anything extra. So I do find that the edge brush does work a lot better than the mascara brush. But I also like to use my fingers just so that I can feel if all of the hairs are laying down as well. Okay, so I know I look a little bit red, but I really scrubbed up my face right then. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my contact lenses in, and then we are going to put a little bit of green and red concealer on as well. Okay, now that we have the contacts in, we are going to go in with the red and green concealer. So as you know, red concealer covers darker things on your face. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna put some of that on our eyebrows. Also, if you guys have any different Halloweenish looks that you guys want me to try, let me know. I'm always down for a challenge. Okay, so we've blended out the red and my headband is falling. Now we're gonna go in with some of the green. So as you can kind of see, the green is taking away the red slowly but surely. And you won't see the green or the red underneath any of the makeup that I do, which is great. Okay, now that we've finished with the concealing part of it, we're gonna go in with our Wet n Wild foundation stick. So these are definitely not gonna be perfect. Trust me, I know, because I've done this a few times. We're just gonna tap that in. But with the colorful makeup that we add on top, it makes it a lot easier. Now that we have finished that part, we are going to go in with some of our Kat Von D setting powder. I like to cake this on because, especially if you are doing a show, you want the makeup to last for sure. So as you can see that they are nicely laid down. They are much better than what they looked like earlier. Just like that. So as you can see, I did use a darker foundation stick than my skin because I like the radiance around the eyes when we get into the colorful makeup. Getting into the colors, I'm going to start with the LA Girl White Foundation. And so basically this is used to mix into your regular foundation if it's too dark. But I am going to be using it to give me eyes. I have this permanently green stained brush from that show, and it just does not want to come off at all. So yeah. So what we're doing with this is we are going all the way, and we're gonna make a circle around our eye. And we are putting this all onto that eyebrow that we just covered. As you can see, you cannot see the eyebrow at all. Another thing that I like to do as well, even though this is white, I do sometimes like to go in with the setting powder just to make sure that it stays. Okay, so now that we have the white around our eyes, we're gonna go in, because we don't need all of this white around our eyes, I'm gonna go in and clean it up. This is what the cleaned eye looks like versus the uncleaned eye. I think that these are about as symmetric as they're gonna get. Okay, so for the next part, we're gonna go back in with that white, and we're gonna give a mouth ring of white. So if you were doing this to a boy like I did, you want to make sure that they shave before, because it makes your life as a makeup artist a lot easier. And so we only want to bring it down to about here. We don't want to bring it all the way down either. And with this, you can be kind of messy with it, again, because you can clean it. We basically just want to follow our smile lines, but obviously my smile lines aren't that far out. But we are going to just clean it on up. And we only want to go, we don't want to do the tip of our nose either, because we have to put a nose on the lion. Perfection. Okay guys, so we're gonna get into the fun part now. I have 3 shades from Bill Nye's airbrush collection, which I used in that photo that I showed you guys earlier. I have the yellow, the orange, and the brown, and we are going to be using our airbrush now. So all Bill Nye airbrush shades have a little ball in the bottom, and you have to shake it until you hear that ball jiggling around. So you know that your product is well mixed. This is the airbrush that I have. I absolutely love this airbrush. It does amazing, wonderful things for foundation, and if you haven't tried airbrush makeup, you have to. So we are gonna take our yellow first, and we are gonna put the yellow all over our face, except for the white. You do want to get a little bit of yellow around the eyes, but that's only so that it blends well. Okay, now we're gonna go in with our orange. And so basically what this is an ombre look for the lion, because on our jaw and around our mouth particularly is where we're gonna put the brown. So the whole reason that I add orange is because we don't want the lion to look yellow, but obviously in this light we're looking a little yellow, but in my mirror we're looking a little bit more orange. So now we're gonna take our brown and we are gonna just contour everything so that it all blends nicely. Okay, so now you can see that our lion is looking a little bit more tan. He's looking a little more rare. Jeez, I can't believe I did that. Next, we are gonna put some eyebrows on this kitty cat. And I actually have a eyebrow stencil from when I did it the first time. So we are gonna go with some of these eyebrows, I think, to give kitty cat a little fur. Just like that. Okay, so obviously they are not the same, but it's okay because I just use these for a guide, because then I go in with this brown liquid eyeliner and we give it some hair. Because we just want to give them a little roughing up the eyebrows. Just like that. Big, bold eyebrows. Okay, so this is probably the trickiest part, is the eyeliner, because you're gonna be touching your face if you are not experienced at, like, I'm not super experienced with eyeliner, so you have to be careful with this. So you're gonna do a line across and then a little teardrop sort of looking thing down. Just like that. That's what we want it to look like. Just like that. So now that we're done with the eyes, we're gonna go in for the nose. And for the nose, it's legitimately a straight line across, and then you color in what is below that. Okay, so now that we've made our line for our nose, I am going to go in with my professional little face paint. And obviously, guys, I'm not perfect at this. Obviously. One, because I'm doing it on myself, and two, nobody's perfect. So it definitely looked much better, I think, personally, since it's my work. It looked much better when I did it on the boy the first time rather than myself. So now that we're done with the nose, we're going to move on to the lips and the whiskers. So the lips is a straight line down, and then you are just doing the top lip. And yes, I'm going to do it with the eyeliner pen. So now that I've outlined that top lip, I'm going to make some lines going downwards. Just like that. And I've found that if you use eyeliner on the lips, it tends to not go to the other lip, just like that. So now we're gonna move on to the whiskers. And so I like to do the whiskers first and then I go in with the dots. Also, another thing that I learned about airbrush is that it does not work well with tape on face microphones. So I created a little invention. I don't want to call it an invention, but I am going to call it an invention for the microphones, but I cannot find it anywhere in this box apparently. Anyway, I took a small piece of fish tubing which goes into like a fish tank, and you take that and you cut a small portion off, maybe like 1 inch to 3/4 of an inch, and you cover the top of that the microphone with that little tubing, and then you cover it with some mic tape at the very end of it, so that you're able to spray more of the, you're able to spray the piece that is not the direct microphone, so the cord, because the microphone will not stick on your makeup if you have airbrush face makeup like this. So I'm just gonna go in with a few little dots, just like that. And lastly, we're just gonna go in with some mascara. And this is our final product. If I was doing this for a show, I would have gone all the way down the neck with the fun colors and all of that. But yeah, this is the final product. So you guys, this is the final product of the Wizard of Oz Cowardly Lion special effects makeup. I hope that you guys absolutely love this and maybe even learn something from me today. If you guys want to see any other makeup looks like this one, let me know. I can do the Scarecrow, I can do the Green Witch. She's really fun to do. If you guys want to see any of those, drop comments below, hit that like button, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!